Have you ever met someone who was always smiling, always agreeable, always saying yes, always making everyone else happy, but deep inside they were slowly disappearing? Most people never realize that trying to be liked by everyone is one of the loneliest things a person can do. You lose yourself one smile at a time. And today's story is about exactly that. It is about the cost of wearing a mask just to keep the peace. Once upon a time, beside a wide and winding river in the heart of a warm jungle, there lived a crocodile named Cleo. Now Cleo was not like the crocodiles in the old stories. She was gentle. She was quiet. And she had the widest, warmest smile anyone along the riverbank had ever seen. Every morning, Cleo would float slowly through the river and greet everyone she passed. She smiled at the fish. She smiled at the egrets. She smiled at the monkeys swinging above. She never argued. She never said no. If a bird wanted her back as a resting spot, she let them. If the otters wanted to play and push her aside, she laughed along. All she wanted, more than anything, was for everyone to feel comfortable around her. All she wanted was to belong. But here is what no one saw. Every evening, when the jungle grew quiet and the river turned dark and still, Cleo would sink below the surface and stay there alone. Because underneath all that smiling, there was a tired heart. She had said yes so many times that she no longer knew what she actually wanted. She had made herself so small, so soft, so easy, that she had forgotten she was a crocodile. Strong, powerful, real. One day, a group of flamingos arrived at the river. They were loud and demanding. They wanted the sunniest rock. They wanted the clearest water. And when they saw Cleo, they asked her to move from her favorite resting spot so they could stand there instead. Cleo looked at the rock. It was her rock. She had rested there every afternoon for years. But she smiled. She nodded. She moved. And as she swam away, she heard the flamingos laugh amongst themselves and say, "She will do anything we ask. She is so easy." And something inside Cleo cracked. That night, she sunk to the bottom of the river and stayed there a long time. She did not smile. She did not move. She just felt the weight of every yes she had ever said when she meant no. She felt the heaviness of every time she had made herself invisible just to keep others comfortable. And for the first time, she felt something she had been afraid of feeling. Anger. Not the loud kind. The quiet kind. The kind that tells you the truth. If this story is touching your heart, please give it a like and stay with us till the end, because the most important lesson is coming. The next morning, an old tortoise named Mira came slowly along the riverbank. Mira had lived by this river for 40 years. She had seen everything. She sat beside Cleo without saying a word for a long time. Then she said, very softly, "A crocodile that only smiles is not kind. It is scared." Cleo looked at her. Mira continued, "Real kindness has a voice. Real kindness also knows when to say no. You have been so busy making others comfortable that you forgot you are allowed to take up space." Cleo felt something move inside her chest. Something old and tight slowly began to loosen. That afternoon, the flamingos came back. They pointed to Cleo's rock again and asked her to move. And this time, Cleo did not smile. She looked at them calmly. She did not growl. She did not rage. She simply said, in a quiet and steady voice, "No. This is my place." The flamingos were stunned. They stared. And then, slowly, they moved away. And for the first time in a very long time, Cleo sat on her rock in the full afternoon sun and felt something she had almost forgotten. She felt like herself. The animals who truly cared about Cleo did not leave. They came closer. Because there is something powerful about an animal or a person who finally stands in their own truth. Not angry, not cruel, just honest, just real. Here is what this story wants you to carry with you today. 1. Always smiling and always agreeing is not kindness. It is fear. True kindness comes from a place of strength, not from a need to be liked. 2. When you say yes to everyone else, you are saying no to yourself. Every time you shrink to fit someone else's comfort, you lose a small piece of who you are. 3. The right people will not leave when you finally start being honest. They will respect you more. And the ones who only stayed because you were easy were never really yours to keep. Start today. Find one place in your life where you have been smiling when you should have been speaking. And gently, calmly, without anger, begin to take up the space that was always yours. If this story meant something to you, please like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and subscribe to Quiet Wisdom Stories so you never miss a lesson that could change your life. We will see you in the next story.